The title of this story is The Table Tennis Tournament. Chapter 1. On the first day of the school holidays, Mum went into Luke's room while he was still in bed. 2 whole weeks of holiday, she said. What would you like to do tomorrow? Luke thought for a moment. I'd like to have a table tennis tournament. OK. You and Dad go and get the trophy, and I'll provide the food, said his mum. Luke's dad didn't live with them. He lived nearby, in a flat, while he was recovering from an accident. He could only walk a little way, and he couldn't stand for very long. Luke went down to see him after breakfast. Chapter 2. Come on, Dad. We've got to go out. Out where? Shouted Dad. He always shouted when you asked him to do something new. Out to the junk shop. What for? We don't want anything from the junk shop. Oh, yes, we do, said Luke. We want a trophy. What for? Shouted Dad again. For the winner of the table tennis tournament tomorrow. Mum's making the invitations on the computer. I'll bring you one this afternoon. Chapter 3. Dad got into his electric wheelchair and they went off down the road. There were lots of junk shops and antique shops in their town, so they had plenty of choices. Dad was excited by now. What sort of trophy shall we get? He asked. We could get a cup or a rose bowl. That's what they give at golf tournaments. What's a rose bowl? He asked. A bowl to put roses in, silly. I think I'd rather have a cup. OK, let's find a cup, said Dad, with 2 handles and space to engrave the winner's name. Chapter 4. Luke and Dad didn't find anything in the first shop, but in the second they were lucky. They found a cup that was about 20 centimetres high with 2 handles. There was space for an engraving of the winner's name. It looked like silver and the price was only $2. That's a bargain, said Dad. We'll take it. Mum gave me some money, said Luke. No, I'm paying, said Dad, and took $2 out of his wallet. Chapter 5. Dad went back to his flat and Luke raced home to see if Mum had made the invitations. She got up from the computer as he came in and showed him what she had done. Table tennis tournament tomorrow at 10 a.m. at home. There will be 20 rounds and the winner will receive a sumptuous lunch. The runner-up and the losers will also receive a sumptuous lunch. Please be ready to start at 10:15. That looks wonderful, said Luke. He was very excited. There would be 4 competitors: Dad, Luke, Mum, and Dad's friend Dave, who lived in the flat next door to him. Chapter 6. At 9:45, Dave and Dad arrived. They had a cup of coffee and then went out to the garage where the table tennis table was set up. Dad had trouble playing 21 points, so they only played 11 points. They played 20 games with a break for coffee. Mum had put a big chart on the wall and Luke circled the winners of the games. The invitation had said there would be a sumptuous lunch for the winner, the runner-up, and the losers. Dad, Dave and Luke wondered what the sumptuous lunch was going to be. Luke thought muffins would be part of it because he knew Mum liked them too. When they had finished playing all the games, Margaret, the lady next door, came over to add up the scores and decide the winner. They wanted a fair judge. Dad had cleaned the cup with a soft cloth, and it was on top of the cupboard. Margaret was looking serious. She was ready to announce the winner. "It was very close," she said. Dad, Dave, Mum and Luke were waiting to see if their name would be on the trophy. Chapter 7. "Luke is the winner," said Margaret. "Well done," everyone said, and they all clapped. Margaret took the cup off the top of the cupboard and presented it to Luke. "Congratulations," she said, and shook his hand. Mum took a photo of Margaret and Luke shaking hands and smiling, just like in the newspaper. "You've won the sumptuous lunch," said Mum. "We've all won the sumptuous lunch," said Dad. "What does sumptuous mean?" asked Dave. "Big," said Dad. "Tasty," said Luke. "Come and see," said Mum. They went into the dining room, and on the table there were plates with ham, hard-boiled eggs and bread rolls. Best of all, there were muffins. Luke knew Mum wouldn't forget those.
Wow!
Luke put the cup on the table. It looked good, shining in the sunlight. "That was a good morning," said Dad. "Yep," said Dave. They drank their coffee, Dad and Dave drinking theirs in great slurps. "Well done, son," said Dad. Mum smiled as she ate her muffin. Let's make a spelling game. Type your name and click on Next. Look at these sentences from the table tennis tournament. Choose 5 of the blue words for your spelling words. While, tomorrow, thought, tournament, trophy. Click on Make Game to play the bubble spelling game. Roll over the word bubble to hear the word. Rabbit. Roll over the sentence bubble to hear the word in a sentence. The rabbit hopped across the paddock. Type the word. If you want to make a correction, press the delete or backspace button on the keyboard. Click Go and your letter bubbles will float into the big bubble. Click on Play. Type the first word and click on Go. While. On the first day of the school holidays, Mum went into Luke's room while he was still in bed. Type the next word and click on Go. Tomorrow. What would you like to do tomorrow? Type the next word and click on Go. Thought. Luke thought for a moment. Try again. Thought. Luke thought for a moment. Type the next word and click on Go. Tournament. Luke thought for a moment. I'd like to have a table tennis tournament. Type the last word and click on Go. Trophy. OK. You and Dad go and get the trophy, and I'll provide the food. Brilliant! You've spelled 5 words correctly. Play again or get a certificate. Let's do the Wizzy quiz for the table tennis tournament. Answer 10 questions correctly and help Lettergetter climb the pole to get to the letters. See how long it takes. Type your name and click on Start. Move the pictures into the order that they happened in the story. Yes, that's the right order. How did Dad feel on this page? Yes, Dad was excited about going to look for a trophy. Good spotting. What things did Dad and Luke think were important when choosing the trophy? Yes, They wanted the trophy to be a tall silver cup with 2 handles and space for the winner's name. Perfect. What is the main idea on this page? Try again later. Why was the lady next door invited over to decide the winner? Yes, Margaret would be fair because she was an impartial judge. Correct the 5 mistakes in these sentences. Then click Go. Click Reset if you want to retype a correction. Use the keyboard to make the corrections. For help, click on Clues. Perfect. Drag the words to match the boxes. You've got it. The characters were Dad, Luke, Mum, and Dave. Yes, they were having a table tennis tournament. You've got it. The tournament took place at 10 in the morning. Yes, the tournament was at their home. Nice work. Drag the words to match the meaning. Yes, the losers are the people who don't win a prize. Yes, the winner is the person with the highest score. Yes, the runner-up is the person with the second highest score. Yes, the competitors are all the people who play in the tournament. Super. Why did Luke want to have a table tennis tournament? Try again later. Why did Dad have trouble playing 21 points? Yes, Dad had trouble playing 21 points because he was in a wheelchair while he got better after his accident. What is the main idea on this page? Why did Luke want to have a table tennis tournament? Yes, Luke wanted to have the table tennis tournament so his father could join in. Good work! Write a silly story with the Silly Story Maker. Type your name and click Next. Type your class name and click Next. What would you like to begin your meal? A bowl of brown bananas. What would you like to eat next? A pile of peppered pineapples. What would you like to eat next? Toothy Tiger's tacos. What flavoured syrup would you like on your pancakes? Brontosaurus. What would you most like to drink with your meal? A cauliflower and onion smoothie. What would you most like for dessert? A Chewy Chunks party pack.
Yummy. Yummy.
Click on Go to get your silly story. Click Next to read your... Click Listen to hear your silly story or read the story yourself. The table tennis tournament was finished with a lunch. A sumptuous, bumptious banquet, full of scrumptious things to munch. There were bowls of brown bananas, and fish bowls full of fries, piles of peppered pineapples, and pink potato pies, Toothy Tiger's tacos, and tortillas by the pot, Brontosaurus, flavoured syrup, for pancakes piping hot, cauliflower and onion smoothies, and chili chocolate mix, a Chewy Chunks party pack, and cheese with peas on sticks. There were burgers by the bucketful, and cabbage cakes galore, a more scrumptious, sumptuous, bumptious lunch you've never seen before. What a great silly story! Click on the print button to make a copy to keep, or play again to make another silly story. Plurals. Sausage. Sausages. Dog. Dog. Dogs. Yes, these words end in S. That tells you there is more than one. Now you know what plurals are.